Guys, TikTok is banning black creators. Okay, that's definitely a dramatic headline, but I got you listening. So, TikTok has just changed its community guidelines and it's not allowing certain types of content anymore. It's not allowing any conversation. Well, okay. This is how they framed it, right? They're not allowing white supremacy, right? They're not allowing let's tackle that, right? They're not allowing white supremacy as part of their terms of service. There's a few things that they've changed on the platform. Go check it out. Community guidelines, right? And white supremacy is one. So when you read that, you think it means they're not going to allow white supremacists on their platform. And yes, probably that is what they mean. But we know how these social media apps work. We know that they are not human. We know it's algorithmic. And we know who is making more content about white supremacy. It's not white people. It's not white supremacists. It's black people who are trying to educate the world about white supremacy. So in a video, you say white supremacy, boom, it's probably not going to be pushed out to a lot of viewers. So there are a few things that is happening on TikTok. So I noticed that because, I was getting like crazy views on my TikTok, like millions of views. And then for the past, from May 1st, for 2 weeks, I would get like less than 50 views a video. And I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Because I post like multiple videos every single day, right? I post a lot on TikTok. Literally maybe like 5 to 10 videos a day on TikTok. It's pretty much these YouTube videos. I just cut them up into 3-minute bites. But TikTok has changed the game. They want creators to stop posting the way that we were posting before. But part of these, so I noticed that my viewership just went down. And so when I started playing by TikTok's rules, it went back up again. But one of the rules that they have is conversations around misogyny and white supremacy. Now they're framing it as though they are not supporting people who promote those things. So I'm kind of glad that the manosphere is going to be shut out of TikTok. I'm glad about those things, but what we fail to realize is, like I said, the people that talk about white supremacy, the people that talk about these things are black people spreading education and spreading awareness. And these algorithms, as soon as you just say the word white supremacy, boom, that content is going to be, the algorithm is going to probably note the content and block the content, or not block it, but prevent it from being shown in your For You page. So basically, if any content is, against the community guidelines, they will prevent it from going on the For You page. And we know that TikTok is based on your For You page. What you see is based on your For You page or who you follow. So it has to, for you to really blow on TikTok, it has to go on people's For You pages. And what TikTok is saying is, well, if you make content about white supremacy, we're not going to let it go on the For You page. There are workarounds. There are ways around this. Don't say the word white supremacy. Don't say stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we know why they're doing this. I don't think they're doing it to prevent white supremacy. I think they are probably, yes. The guy that shot up the grocery store, may those souls rest in peace, in Buffalo, New York, such terrible, terrible, disgusting news. He was broadcasting live on Twitch. And a lot of these social media platforms promote, or not promote, I won't say promote, I won't do them like that, but they don't monitor or don't prevent these terrorist organizations from executing, what they do. We've seen it in Ethiopia with Facebook. We're seeing it with Twitch in America. So there are these extremist groups that use social media as a tool to push out their narrative to more people. So yes, TikTok is definitely probably going to attack those people directly, but don't for 1 second think that as a black creator that talks about race, you're not going to be monitored or probably prevented. And what this tells me is, as Black creators, we really need to make our own platforms. We really need to be on our own platforms. I have a Fanbase account. Guys, go follow me on Fanbase. But I think it's like more clear than ever before to me that we have to dictate the terms that we operate through, and we really need our own platforms. So that's one thing. The other thing is about the Manosphere being shut out of. It's great. You know, they blocked Fresh and Fit's channel. They blocked that like 2020 or a while ago because of like the disgusting filth that they promote on their platform. But there are other creators that they haven't, blocked yet, but I think they're going to do it eventually. But it's a good thing that no more Manosphere content on TikTok, at least. It's going to remain on YouTube, but yeah, the FBI is going after the Manosphere. The FBI is going after the Manosphere. They're going after them because of, with the New York shooter, not the guy in Buffalo, New York, who was probably an incel, but the New York City subway shooter, right? He was in the Manosphere. He was a Kevin Samuels fan. And we're seeing a rise in violence and crime from incels and the Manosphere, right? People that are associated with the Manosphere. And I've made a few videos about the Red Pill, the history of the Red Pill, their roots in white supremacy. A lot of these people, especially the Black creators that promote Red Pill ideology, they don't even know where the Red Pill started. But go on my other page, the Kenem O Show, watch the video that I made about the Red Pill. It was a CNN documentary that I did a commentary on. Go watch that, and I really break that down. But it's a good thing. I think, hey, I'm not upset with TikTok for blocking that kind of content. But the sad thing is that it also means that they're kind of trying to police, if that's the word to use, they're trying to police Black conversations online, because online there's a revolution of Black creators that are just like, finally, we're speaking our mind. We're talking about the issues that we face in the Black community. And we are the dominant people on these platforms. We make these platforms cool. We are pushing a lot of content. We're the biggest consumers on TikTok. And it's almost like they're trying to monitor and restrict and just kind of like parole our content creation. And I don't like that, because like these new rules that TikTok is making, obviously I'm not going to post this video on TikTok because they're not going to like it. But these new rules that they're making, I just like, it's messed up. I think we should be free to speak our minds and say what we want to say without being blocked. And I understand people are going to say, well, I remember some idiot commented on Brand Video Pro here on YouTube, was talking about me saying, he was talking about the irony. He was trying to point out the irony that I was saying Donald Trump should be silenced, but I want to sit on this platform and speak my mind. I think that when you're not a violent person, when you're not encouraging violence in the world, when you're not trying to do bad, and I think it's fine for you to speak your mind. But when you look at the case of a Donald Trump who incited a riot, who tried to take the election, who is arguably responsible for over 1 million deaths, or about 1 million deaths due to COVID, right? Responsible for that in America, or he's culpable for. And why is he culpable? Because he ignored COVID at the early stages of it, when he could have seriously, severely prevented the U.S. from things, from it going out of. He could have done something, but that's another conversation. But the point here is, he's responsible for a lot of bad things that have happened, a lot of deaths and all these things. And silencing someone like that, I don't think it's a bad thing. And when people talk about freedom of speech applies to countries, not platforms. Platforms are private businesses. Okay, some of them are public, but they're still businesses. They're not governed by laws that, you know, a country is governed by. So they decide what they want on their platform. And I respect that, you know. So yes, me saying that, you know, yes, I do say, at the end of the day, as Black people, we need to make our own platform so that we can dictate the rules that we operate by or through. And at the same time, when it comes to silencing certain people and not silencing other people, when we look at a Donald Trump or we look at the manosphere who are literally encouraging people to be violent, the New York subway shooter, he was a manosphere creator on social media. New York subway shooter, there's a reason the FBI is investigating, you know, that sector of the internet. They're monitoring them, right? Because of the violence that they're encouraging. Well, yes, certain groups should be silenced. If it's in a private company, they could go speak their mind on the streets if anyone cares to listen. If people don't just like stop them from go speak your minds on the streets. You should not get the platform of being able to amplify your voice on a private company or in a company that has policies. That's just my take. But yeah, when it comes to Black creators, I think we really need to look at platforms like Fanbase and figure out how to, you know, and also more importantly, own your own audience. I keep talking about this, right? I have an email list, guys. Go join my email list. Own your audience, guys, so that no one can dictate. Like for me, like even though my TikTok account was not popping for like 2 weeks, I was fine because I still have YouTube. I still have Facebook. I still have WhatsApp. I still have so many other platforms to distribute my content on, and I still have an email list. So I'm still going to get seen at the end of the day. So I think it's really important that we build our own platforms and focus on that. I wasn't going to, at first, initially, I wasn't going to change my TikTok strategy because I was like, screw TikTok. I am focused on my platform and how I best want to output for my platform. But at the end of the day, I changed my mind because I was like, okay, well, I could just at least follow their rules, right? TikTok has increased the length of videos you're allowed to upload, but notice that they've stopped people from bulk uploading. I used to upload like in bulk, I would upload multiple videos. You can't bulk upload anymore on the app. Maybe you can do it on the desktop. You can't do it on the app. And there's a reason for that because they don't want people to upload so many videos in one go. So what's my point? That means TikTok is saying that post less content. You can post 10-minute videos or shorter. So now I just post, 1 minute, maybe 3-minute excerpts from these videos that I make here on YouTube instead of posting the whole videos in 3 parts. And that's fine. It's not going to really affect me, right? It's not going to affect my workflow. And I still get to create content the way I want to create content. And they have a few other rules that they've made. Like, no, they don't want any photos. They don't want any still photos. They don't want content that's been on other platforms. They have some really annoying rules, but it is what it is. But when it comes to them policing what we're allowed to say on the platform, that's okay. But be aware that TikTok is being used as an educational platform to educate a lot of Black people about, and white people, just the people, about white supremacy and how it was structured. And it's been an invaluable product for me to learn a lot on. I've learned so much from TikTok. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, I just hope that they do not police and block Black creators or people that are educating people about white supremacy. Sure, you can block out the white supremacists, but don't come after the people that are educating and spreading awareness so that we can know how to point out white supremacy when it comes in our face. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. Peace. End live stream.